So you can be like, hi, my name is Alyssa.
To make just a basic vanilla cake, and then I can set it up by taking a bit of the dough and then putting some cocoa powder to make it marble.
Have different, so the flavors are chocolate mostly?
Yeah.
Because I can see you have chip cookie here. Why would you choose this? This is my favorite in any cookie or cake.
Because I like, when you cook and when people enjoy what you cook, you feel good about
The difference, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you start baking?
I started baking when I was 13, so that would be 5 years ago. Yeah.
And you've really mastered the art.
Yeah.
Oh wow, proudly.
Yeah. Sometimes you can make a cake and it's
Backfires, eh?
especially when you start.
What do you think causes that? The measurements?
Yes, the measurements, baking powder has, like, it can really affect how your cake comes out.
Oh yeah, because me when I do baking powder, I throw it in, assuming that it's going to make the cake be bigger.
No.
In the real sense, it messes up even how it gets ready.
Yeah,
It doesn't bake.
Yeah.
All right, so you can tell us your name, how old you are, and yeah.
My name is Melissa. I am 18. I am the firstborn of 4. And I like baking and cooking.
Yeah.
When I'm free, when I'm not doing anything at home.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So is baking like your way out to when you want to just relax, the way someone would choose music, something like that?
Baking is just to keep myself busy when I'm bored.
Okay.
But to, like, when maybe I'm stressed, I like to do swimming. So,
Oh,
yeah.
interesting. So like, unlike baking, you started swimming how long ago?
I've been swimming since I was in class 5
The one that people like, some of us, I love swimming, by the way. I swim every weekend, especially when I have that schedule. And I feel like backstroke for me is when I'm now almost done with my laps. I just want to relax in the water. So yours, you do it like really, really. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So it's actually a serious stroke.
Yeah,
Unlike
it is.
breast, and then people think that butterfly and freestyle are the ones.
No,
Backstroke is an art, eh?
it is.
So, since you started baking, when have you really discovered that you're getting better? What really inspires you when you bake and you feel like you're improving and becoming more of a master?
Um, I've tried to give up a lot, especially when my cousins have birthdays and now all my aunties want me to make cake because I bake. And then it
Oh,
doesn't
for
come out
functions.
nicely. So now you don't know what to do, and you're not being paid to make a cake, so you don't have money to buy a cake.
Yeah.
So you just have to keep trying and trying and trying and not lose hope.
So when it backfires now and like you spend money on it, doesn't it like really sting?
It really does. It does, but no.
Because they have to pay you, or you do it just for the family.
They don't pay. Yeah, they don't pay.
And that is the part where you feel really
Yeah,
frustrated.
because now I have to get ingredients. If it backfires once, twice,
That's it.
yeah. So now we just have to buy a cake.
Oh my goodness. And you're really depending on that money.
Yeah.
So you want to tell us, like, at your age, it's okay to earn at, because you started when you're, what, 13 again?
Yeah, that's me.
So does it mean that you can actually make money at that age and feel good about it?
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay. Have you ever thought of baking for an event other than your family's?
Um, Cakes, yes. Cakes and brownies, but nothing else.
Just cakes and
Yeah,
brownies.
because the other ones I'm still trying to perfect my skills. Yeah.
Nice.
So instead of butter, you can use oil or margarine. So for this one, we're going to do a bit of both, so that
You mix it. What
yeah,
kind of oil? Olive oil,
just cooking
salad?
oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why would you mix it? Because, I realized that when baking, you actually put oil in the dough. And I didn't understand that because I used to think, I think when I was growing up, I watched just the margarine that you put on the side and maybe just to whisk the sugar.
No, you can mix it because so most recipes say you use butter, but most people use margarine or oil because butter is quite expensive for
It is?
most people.
Yeah, real butter.
Yes. So
But it's very delicious on
it
cake.
is.
It softens the cake, right?
Yeah. So we'll do. So let's say you don't have enough margarine, you can mix the one that you have and a bit of oil. And then my recipe says to use buttermilk, but I have fresh milk.
Yeah.
So we'll do milk and a bit of apple cider vinegar.
Oh, what?
So it makes it.
Apple cider and cake?
Yeah. So
Is it a sweet and sour kind of thing?
no, when you put it in milk, it ferments the milk.
Which is good for cake.
Yes.
So you can use maziwa lala.
Yes.
It's called mala or lala.
Mala, mala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That is a what? That is a good thing to learn. I didn't know that. All right, so just show us how you're gonna mix it up now. So apart from having a challenge with cakes backfiring and stuff, what other big challenge have you had, especially considering that things have been quite expensive? Can you imagine as a teen you'd be like, things like you can actually say things are expensive?
Yeah.
Because
So some things to make them, like I like making pizza. So you find that cheese is very expensive, and the toppings. So and then also the dough, when you're making the pizza dough, sometimes it can backfire when you're making it. So
it gets too thin, or
it becomes too runny.
what?
And then from there you can't fix anything.
You can't
because
put anything on
it's
top.
already fermented.
Oh my god.
So then you just have to start again. Or like the cheese, if you buy cheese and the next time you're making your pizza, your cheese is expired or it's spoiled or something. Cheese is very expensive, so I think that is the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
For cakes, not so much to complain about because there is a lot to substitute with.
Like
For butter, you can use butter.
yeah, the butter. Okay.
And then buttermilk, you can use just milk.
Yeah. So for pizza, it has to be to the record.
Yeah, for pizza it has to.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you bake and you especially have a theme, do you feel inspired to see what the outcome will be? Does it jazz you, or you just do it because I need this money, pesa kwa mfuko haraka haraka? Or how do you?
Because the more complicated the theme, then the more expensive.
The more
you
expensive,
charge.
yes. So you challenge yourself. You like it.
Yes.
especially if you manage, if you hack a theme and you're like, why did I just do that?
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feels very good. And then now you get more orders and people start now ordering
Exactly.
more from you.
Exactly. So where do you normally place your orders?
Most of the time, right now I'm just doing family and friends. So they get me through my
To
mom
yeah.
or me directly for those who have my contact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, if you've done like for friends, that means a lot, because sometimes, yes, your family has to be your first audience because they'll criticize properly.
Yeah.
They'll be like, ah, you're a pana, or they'll really support. But if you've gone to the level of your friends, I feel that the market is ready for you.
Yeah, because now you see, you start with family because they'll tell you, hapo uliweka
Salt
lot
mingi.
of sugar, unafaa upunguze.
Especially guys who are not sugar friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever thought of having a cake display, like a cake fair?
No.
It's a good thought for 2024. I should be paid for this info.
That's a good idea.
Where you actually have like maybe just a display for cake testing. Yeah, cake tasting. Guys come, you just do different flavors, and then they come and taste your cake, and then you get the reviews, and at the same time you get orders.
That's a very good idea. That is a good
You can
idea.
start with half a kg. Ivo Ivo, so they have different flavors. That would be good. But if you got a chance like that, where would you display?
I think I would start with our church.
Good.
Because that is, I'm part of the youth. So I know that I'm going to get a lot of orders, and people in our church are very supportive.
Wow, do you hear that? That is you telling us the idea that you have. That is really good. So you want to whisk that?
I want to whisk my sugar
All
and
right.
the margarine in the oil.
So it has to be completely like almost creamy.
Yes, even the color has to be.
Oh, to like white?
Yes, something.
Is this brown sugar you're using or?
Yes.
Oh, brown
I mean,
sugar.
it's white, but
It has to turn brown.
yeah.
So what do you add to it so that it becomes fine?
Just make sure to first mix it very well before adding anything else.
So that's just margarine and sugar.
Yeah.
So what level? Okay, first of all, to get this level that you put, because I saw you put like the whole jug.
Yes.
What determines how the yeah? Now that you measured this, what determines how the kg or the weight of cake that you're going to prepare?
It's okay. I don't do in kgs. I do how many people it's going to serve. So for this one, I put 2 cups of sugar and 1 cup of margarine. So that is going to serve just about 12 people.
12 people.
Yeah.
Wow. For each piece, like it's each one of them is gonna get a piece. Oh, nice.
I don't know if you can see a difference.
Yeah, it's becoming creamish.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And you haven't even put eggs yet.
No.
So even the amount of eggs differ with, I mean, they determine how the cake will be depending on what the number or what.
The number of eggs, because now if you put a lot of eggs, your cake is going to be very soft.
Almost too
It's going to
soft.
be very too
It's like a sponge.
almost, and then it's going to change the color. It will become more yellow
Oh,
if you put too
and that's a
much
nice
eggs.
color. It's like cooking with turmeric,
Yeah, but now
but some people don't like it.
there's a taste that comes when you put too many eggs.
You can almost smell the eggs,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Ugh, and then the eggs, they taste good, but they smell
Yeah, they smell really
horribly.
bad.
Yeah, the guys will obviously would not like that. It's a turn off already. Okay, so you mentioned something to do with talking to, I mean, like having a display in church, given an opportunity. Has that improved your confidence as you are considering you're not yet an adult, Kabisa? Has it really given you a vibe with people? Like you're able to now be a marketer of your own trade or something?
Yes, even for because now again I'm a part of the youth in our church, so um sorry um just knowing people and being social with people, it helps a lot also to build confidence because I didn't have confidence.
Oh yeah.
I didn't used to talk to people. I just used to go for mass and I leave
And you go home.
after. But
Now you're more
yeah, now
involved.
yeah.
What? Okay, what was really your? Is it that you were born an introvert? Because I hear, like most teens, be like, oh, you know me, I'm an introvert. Dreamy. Do you think that was the thing, or is the confidence out of, you're not sure how people will perceive you?
I think most people in our family are like that because we are very confident around people that we're used to. You can go somewhere with people you know and you say you're usually quiet and they look at you like you're
What?
lying. Yeah. But now with
Because you're the
people
opposite when you're at home.
yeah. But now with people that you've met once or twice it becomes
A norm.
hard to just openly communicate with them.
Wow. All right. So, in amongst the friends that you have been in touch with after school, I want to believe those were one of your clients. Like those are the guys who have also been of support
Yes, they even sometimes we bake with them, they come home,
together.
we bake together.
Wow. What are their reviews? Do they like it? Do they feel like you have really inspired them that they want to come, or do you do that because that's just your free time?
We do it for fun, and then they also learn because
They
most of
learn.
them you want to know how to bake, but you don't know where to start.
Yeah, and have they tried to do it on their own after your
Yes,
mentorship? Because
yeah,
clearly you're a team mentor.
yeah. So
And so,
they've tried by themselves. You fail once or twice, and then you're going to start getting
wow,
yeah.
that's good. So people can actually be of positive influence to each other after school. Because there's this notion like, oh my gosh, once you're done with school, we are in for drama. Why do you think that's a very negative notion that is out there?
I mean, it depends with the friends that you keep
Yeah.
also and how you were in school together. But for me and my friends, we don't associate ourselves with drama, even in school.
You were just a quiet pack.
Well, we were not quiet,
But
but
unnecessary drama, no.
no,
You would only be where you're supposed to
yeah.
be. So does that mean that school affects the way you behave in school can affect how you relate out there after school?
Yes, because now you see, if you want to be, if you want to fake who you are in school so that you can fit in with people,
Yeah,
it's going to affect the circle of
exactly.
friends
So you
and how
become
you
loners.
behave.
People have no friends.
Yeah.
Ooh, and it's a very sad place to be.
Or you change and even you start hearing people saying about how you are a good person and now you've changed out of nowhere and it's just how you are in school.
Oh, so it's like they don't really talk about it while you're there, and then after you leave school, they avoid you.
Yeah.
So they have the liberty to actually throw shade.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really thought bullying happens only in school. So the real deal comes after school. Wow. So, hey, that is so intense because it can be dangerous. Does that mean that's why some people are really sinking into some emotions that are not even healthy.
Yeah, because now you're at home, you're not in the same school
No one is
anymore.
talking to, like, you have to find new friends.
Yeah, you'll find someone posting something about you.
Really?
And you think they were your friends, but
Oh,
really
oh.
they weren't.
They were reading your data the whole time.
Yeah, they all have an agenda.
Oh my gosh. And this, by this you mean both genders?
Yes. Yes.
Do
Mostly
you know
girls, but yes.
do you know
Both.
someone who's really, really going through this? We don't have to mention names, but you know.
Going through it, I don't know anyone who's going through it,
But you know it exists.
I know the person, I know someone who has that agenda.
Of throwing shade at people?
Yeah.
Do you think they do that because they're insecure? Because I feel...
I don't know, I think they feel like it's cool, or it's the
Yeah.
main thing now, and they want to have influence on people. And
Yes,
it's
because
working.
it's working.
It's
Oh,
working.
yeah.
Yeah.
But are they really happy? Because again, you can do that, and you know, once the party is gone, curtains are gone, and the lights are off, it's another story.
When they're in school and when they're not in school, you can tell that it's like two different people. You can't recognize the person.
What?
Yeah.
How so? Like they became more dull?
No, because now in school they want to be mean to people and be rude to others. And then when you're with them outside school, it's like a different person. Now they are nice to everyone, even strangers.
Suddenly.
Yeah. So when you see things like that, you just keep your distance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I put in my recipe, it says we have to put 1 teaspoon of baking soda. But because I don't have baking soda,
You use the baking powder.
So you use 3 times of what the
Baking soda would be
Yeah.
Because does that mean because baking soda is more strong?
Yeah, it's stronger than baking powder.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, for me, I just put it in there until I feel this is the amount that's going to really swell the cake. Now I'm learning from you. This is interesting.
Mandazi.
Yeah. Oh, mandazi, you can go all the way?
Yeah.
What?
But now when you put a lot in mandazi, that's why you see some people, they'll cook mandazi and the mandazis they'll be big,
They have
but
air.
They don't have anything.
That's what happens.
Yeah. And then others, the mandazis
Oh my word.
have a lot of filling inside.
Eh.
Yeah.
This is interesting. That's classy. It's good to know. Because, hey, you know, I keep wondering, how come these mandazis look like? Because I have, when I used to really be, let me tell you, I was such an addict to mandazis, and I'd get disappointed. Because when I go in the morning to buy the hot ones, and inside it's totally, you just eat the crunchy outskirts. It's very unfair. Yeah. So now you're just whisking the whole, still making it.
This is margarine, a bit of oil and sugar, and vanilla, and 4 eggs.
Eggs. Oh, I can imagine how it's gonna be. What essence are you using, by the way? Oh, the vanilla, yeah? Nice. You'd already put that in?
Yes, I just a teaspoon.
Okay. what we're talking about, how people are in school. If you got a chance to like pose an advice to guys who are in school right now, and especially those who are in a higher class, like the upper classes who are almost done, what would you really like, advise them?
I'll just I don't think you have to. Yes, friends are important, but you don't have to have friends, especially if they're not good friends. If they don't bring any value and you feel like you're being suffocated in that friendship,
Yeah,
it's not a must.
you can leave.
You can leave and just focus on your studies, and it's going to still work out.
It will,
end.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you were told that when you were their age, would you have believed it?
No.
Because someone would be like, you wouldn't understand,
Yeah.
But
Or if they tell you, oh, you don't have to be friends with this one, you're like, but she's the one who is cool and she's the one who's followed by everyone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So they'll be very lucky if they hear this advice, because you're actually giving them a heads up.
Yes.
Outside school, your schedule. Do you miss having a schedule that has been organized for you? Because sometimes you end up kicking off the day and you're thinking, oh my gosh, time has gone. I've really not achieved much, in the thought that you have all the time in your life just because you finished school.
Yeah, and it's also less pressure to have like an organized schedule. When you're going to school,
Yeah.
at this time I should be doing this, at this time I should be here, at this time I should be doing this.
Yeah.
Right now, you feel like you have all the time, and so you become lazy.
And it's dangerous.
Yeah, so you find that a whole day has gone and you ask yourself,
what have I done?
Today? And you have not done anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. So do you think that we have responsibility to have our own schedules outside school? Like we have a timetable. I'm very used to telling guys, like, just have a timetable somewhere where it guides you, and even if you don't follow it like 100%, at least there's a plan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this thing about writing your vision is it's a legit thing, eh?
Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Because again, I feel like now that you're even in the avenue of making wealth and having money in your pocket, you realize that money comes, money goes. For you to sustain it, what must you do?
You have to be organized, and you have to know what you want. At least when you wake up, you know by the end of today, I should have achieved this, I should have done this.
Yeah.
And just make sure you do. Don't just say it and then wait for...
You do it.
Yeah, you have to do it.
That's why I was saying something like class, very well, you have to go for this lesson. It has to be done. And those are the kind of things that I think have to be highlighted in life, right? In your family, who is your most, your best inspiration? Who is your to-go-to person?
My grandma. People would think I'd say my mom.
Yes, I actually was waiting to hear that.
No, it's my grandma. She's very open with us, and she tells us about how she raised our mothers, my aunties, and how she what she's gone through, because she's old. She was born in 1938, so she's very old.
The grandma you're talking about?
Yeah.
What? 1938? Were we an idea only in God's heart?
Yeah. So she didn't go to school. She didn't have anything. But if you look at what she's done for herself now, it's a lot for someone who hasn't gone to school. Sometimes you'll disagree on some things, but
considering the generation gap, right?
Yeah. But she's very open-minded
and wise.
Yeah, she is. She doesn't. You don't have to do things just because.
So does that mean you go to her when you really need advice, you need information, and the likes?
Yeah. Most of the time, yes, because she's going to be honest. Even if you don't like it, she's going to be honest.
She'll tell you as it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, what is the most difficult advice that you've had to deal with? The most difficult advice where you went to her and you're like, this is not happening, but eventually it really, really had to work.
Yeah. So sometime back, I was after high school. I was struggling with what to do because I want to do this course. My mom wants me to do this course, and then she had a totally different opinion.
Yeah.
And she told me, even like, I'm not the one who's paying school fees for myself, so I'm gonna have to just compensate.
Yeah,
And
compensate.
compromise. I'm going to have to compromise, and then it's still gonna work out in the
Right.
end.
Right.
Yeah.
And so far,
So far, so good.
you're happy?
Yes.
If you made the mistake of persisting and insisting on that decision you had, do you think you'd be feeling content?
Somehow yes, but then also no, because they'll support me in whatever I choose to do.
Yeah.
But they'll still, if anything goes wrong, they'll say, I told you.
I told you
so.
so. There's
Yeah.
no thing that I know that feels so bad when, like, someone just telling you, I told you so. You feel so.
I told you. Yeah.
But when you are older and you have an opportunity to earn your own money, you're able to do those things that you wish you could do,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Ah, nice, nice, nice. So the milk goes into
You put a cup of milk.
a cup, like exactly.
Yes.
This milk looks very little, yet it can accommodate all this.
It is 1 cup, and then we'll do apple cider.
So this is the apple cider goes into the milk. You had said that to ferment it.
Yeah. So I just need to confirm how much apple cider we need to put.
So we still need the Google University sometimes. Even when you're a pro, you need to check.
Yeah.
Who's your sorry, because
Anything
goes
small
wrong.
measurement can affect how your cake comes out.
And by the way, the oven has been on for a while.
Yes, you have to preheat it.
For how long?
As soon as you start making your mixture, it has to be on.
Oh, because I can actually feel the heat. I'm like 1 meter away and I'm feeling how hot this is. I almost thought, like, is this a preheat or you forgot about it?
No, it is a preheat.
Oh, wow.
Because also if you put cake in the oven and it's not hot or hot enough,
Yeah.
it affects how your cake comes out.
With a crack in the middle especially, that is so bad, especially if you're going to cream it up. Is it called, like, just the icing and everything? It comes off so badly, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have do your siblings learn from you, or they are less interested in what you're doing?
They are very interested because for me, I don't just decide to bake. And you know, when you're cooking, you have to mentally prepare yourself before you start cooking. So we're going to put 1 tablespoon of apple cider.
Yeah. Is it the one with the mother? Or the natural?
Yeah.
The one with the mother is the one that folks out here use for dieting. Folks include me when I want to really take healthy vinegar.
And you can see
So this is the natural
it's
one.
already fermenting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So if someone wants to take fermented milk, they just do this. But the taste will be different, obviously.
It will, yeah.
I just noticed the other day there's lactose intolerant milk. And someone was mentioning how disgusting it is. I don't know why I didn't taste the difference, but I guess they're accommodating everybody.
No, I think I tasted it. I didn't taste the difference, but that's the lactose intolerant. It gives you some feeling on your throat.
Oh, like an aftertaste.
Yeah.
It's like those yogurts that are normally full of I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's the flavor, but an aftertaste is not the best.
So we want to sieve our flour. This is flour
Yeah.
with
Baking powder.
baking powder, and I put a bit of cinnamon.
Oh yeah,
just
for
the
flavor.
taste.
All right, that should smell so good. Cinnamon is actually very healthy, and it just changes the taste. Why do guys actually sieve flour?
So
Because
that you see these are called
the
lumps.
particles, yes.
Yeah. So when your flour has lumps, it doesn't mix well. And
Oh,
then when your cake cooks, it will cook well, but it's not going. You will taste the flour in some
oh
parts.
yeah, because it doesn't like go in kabisa. I see. That should be the same for ugali. That means the ugali as well has lumps if you don't
It does.
sieve.
If you don't mix it nicely,
yeah.
that's why you conga it on the
Yeah,
side.
but I really thought it's about the sieving because I keep wondering, okay, why are people sieving flour and it will still go into the same
Because if you were to use a miko to mix, you would have just put it and
yeah,
mix it.
and mix
But
it.
because we're using this, it's not gonna get rid of the lumps.
There are so many people who have really made it in baking, especially. Who has been your inspiration, if you have any?
My cousin, I have a cousin who went to culinary school.
Wow, where is that?
He went to Thika. He went to Thika at Mount Kenya University.
The interesting part is that it's a he.
Yes.
Was that like a challenge to you?
It's a he. No,
Wow.
actually, it wasn't. I think because he was passionate about it. And now he's the one who makes us cakes. He makes cakes and he cooks. That is when I'm not here.
When you're not here, yeah. Wow, how old is he?
He just turned 22.
Still young, right? Culinary school. This is where they specialize in baking, or basically a chef.
A chef.
So he can do beyond just baking.
Yes, and that is what he is still pursuing.
And any inspiration from maybe somewhere in Kenya beyond your family, or abroad? Any YouTubers who do chefing that you like?
No YouTubers, but I have an aunt who I think it's her hobby to just learn how to make new things. And she's based in the US. So every time she comes here, she'll come and show us how to make different things. She's the one who actually got me into baking.
Wow, she inspired you?
Yeah.
Because she came in, started making stuff, and then you found it interesting.
We used to make with her, and I
enjoyed
it. I just started practicing on my own.
Yeah. It's nice. You see how much a channel can work. It's like a chain. It's a link. You teach this one learns from you, and it goes on and on and on. And I'm sure wherever she is, she's very proud that she knows someone is continuing with her legacy, and that's a very good thing. So, a parting shot as we wait for the cake to really get ready. If you were given an opportunity to thank your family, and like you said, especially your grandma, what would it be based on? Is it just the advice, or the fact that no matter what, you can always go to her for anything?
It's the fact that I can always go to her for anything. Whether I'm going through something, sometimes she'll see you're doing something and you're busy, and she'll still call you. You just go sit there and make stories and laugh about people you don't even know, and about her childhood stories. Sometimes it's not always just serious business. It's good to always just have
catching up
conversations.
So she's your girl.
Yes.
And it's very interesting how you'd hear a teenager say like, I'm so scared, I can't even talk to my mom. My dad will kill me. And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? These are guys who actually brought you up. So do you think they overthink? Do you think it's exaggerated?
I think sometimes It depends.
Mm-hmm.
Because as much as my grandma is my girl now, in some conversations I would not bring up to her.
You would want to, but you're not sure. You feel like you're gonna disrespect her.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not, I would not even disrespect her. It's just her reaction to some things. You don't know how she reacts.
And you don't want to disappoint her.
And you don't want to find out, especially if it's a controversial topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's mostly it. They don't know what the reaction is going to be.
And have you ever like thought about it in a way that you can hint? Has she never like asked you something that got you uncomfortable?
No, she's never. But sometimes before I ask her something, I have to ask, like my aunties. I ask her, hey,
Oh,
if
yeah.
I ask Shushu this or this, they say, hey, no, you don't ask her that. So you just don't.
Just don't.
Yeah.
So that means you go to your aunties for that particular segment.
Yeah.
I would think it's because you respect your grandma and you don't want her to think negative about you. So the worst thing you would do is not talk about it, right? So do your aunties eventually help you solve the mysteries?
Well, some of them, yeah, but mostly my cousins.
Okay.
My older cousins.
Yes, older. So it has to be an older person, someone who's had experience and all that. And what about those guys who actually don't speak at all and they choose to keep things internally? Do you think that is a dangerous move?
It is, because now that it can just blow up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you find that that person has a lot of breakdowns.
Yeah.
Even by themselves, and people don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
And you will find that the reason they're like that is probably because of something small
Yeah.
that you can talk about and solve. So I think sometimes it's important to talk to someone,
Yeah.
anyone, even just someone that you trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because keeping stuff inside can blow up, like you said, and it's very dangerous. And especially guys who like locking themselves in the room in the name of, oh, I'm an introvert. There's a lot of, it's clout, like about being an introvert, and it doesn't even add a value to anybody, right? Okay, so finally, when you have like an opportunity to talk to people and maybe walk them through any, if you are given a chance to advise the way you normally go for advice, would you boldly say that there's somebody who is out there who you have spoken to and you have seen results and change in their life?
Yes, I have one of my cousins. We're age mates, and we were brought up together. So we share a lot of stories, and we're comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
But it reached a point she bottled up and she stopped talking to all of us.
She just got into a quagmire kabisa.
Yeah, and around that same time that she went quiet is the same time that she went to US to her mom.
Okay.
So we didn't get a chance to talk, but she came back recently and we had a conversation, and I could see the change
In the way
just a
she's
few
doing
days.
things, the reasoning, the way she responds to emotions.
Even her actions, because Kitambo, you tell her to do something and the way she does it, her body language,
Yeah.
you think you're bothering her by asking her to do you something.
Okay.
So you find that most people weren't even sending her, my aunties and my grandma, but now they won't understand. They say, Nadingo.
This person is bossy.
Yeah, but they don't get that maybe that person is going through something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so with that said, do you think that teenagers are misunderstood?
Sometimes, yes, but then also sometimes
They can go
they ask
extra.
for it.
Yeah, sometimes you ask for it.
Yeah.
So how would you advise teenagers to handle this mess? Because it's a messy situation where there are people who literally cannot actually stand a teenager's tantrums, So what would you tell them so that they can at least change the history?
I think to just find someone you're close to and preferably a parent,
Yeah.
because that is a person who is going to, if anyone is
Selflessly
trying to
guide you. Yeah.
and
With
it's,
nothing to get, like, not to compete with you or
yeah, it's
something.
going to be out of love for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, and just to be responsible, because now if you're irresponsible and you break your parents' trust,
Yeah. Yeah.
then, like, let's say you go out and you don't come back on time,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to be allowed to go out at that
Right.
time again.
Mm-hmm.
So it just changes how things are.
And sometimes we think that the older folks, they have no idea what we need, and yet they have already been through that
Yeah.
journey. And that's where the enmity comes in. Someone thinks like, my mom doesn't understand. And I believe that parents, I'm not here to actually speak for the parent, but I'm here to just reason and say, if someone older advises you, would you think they're advising you because they've been there before and they just want the best for you, or would you think they're there because they're old school?
Sometimes it depends on who is
On
giving
what?
the advice and what topic it is on,
Yeah, yeah.
because there are some older people who are just older by age.
But maturely.
Yeah, maturely, because they'll tell you something and then go do what they told you not to do.
Oh, so behind the
So
scenes they're doing the
yeah,
opposite.
so now and that confuses now us as teenagers, because you told me not to do this and then you go ahead and do it.
You find out. It's
Or you
like a
do it right
betrayal.
in front of me
Oh,
sometimes.
what?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you feel like so deceived.
Yeah. Or you're like, okay, like, do you feel like I'm a child? Because sometimes I feel like teenagers, I don't know how to explain it, but we feel like,
You're being
people say you're
babied.
being,
Like you're
yes,
being treated
you're
like
being treated
children.
like a child.
So, at what point do you expect an older person to resonate and understand that you are not at the same level that they brought you up? Because teenagehood comes with a lot of changes, and sometimes you'll hear some advice and you're like, hey, how old do you think I am, Kwani?
Yeah, you see, now that also comes with the generational difference
Yeah,
and how people are brought up.
yeah,
Like for me, some things some people say it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
yeah,
Some things I just know, if going to talk about it with my mom, you just go back and forth, back and forth.
yeah.
So and it's not really worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It might be something small.
Mm-hmm.
So you just not don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you you feel like, so sometimes that advice that you've gotten and then someone behind the scenes is doing the opposite,
Yeah.
it does it put you off?
It does. It really does. Or when, like, I asked my cousin the other day, if I get, let's say I get a second piercing, what do you think the reaction is going to
A second piercing just for your studs?
be? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she asked me,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I said just a second piercing,
Yeah.
nothing too much.
Yeah.
She said, I don't think it's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you have to ask mom first.
Mm-hmm.
I said, yeah,
Of
of course
course.
I have to ask. I just needed
Yeah.
to know if it's worth asking.
Yeah.
And then I asked my mom in front of my cousin, and my mom was like, no, I think, she said no, basically. And my cousin was like, yeah, no, you're too young, you need to
Oh no.
And I was like, oh, okay.
She betrayed you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So how did that feel? You were disappointed?
I was disappointed in her mostly, not
Yeah,
even
yeah, because she guided you and threw you into the deep.
Yeah, because if she had just been honest from the beginning,
Oh
we
my
wouldn't even be
gosh.
there.
What? So does that even mean you can never go to her again for,
Yeah.
because
And
you're
now,
like,
and you see, it changes everything. And when that
definitely.
happens, now I won't. She can't come and start telling me,
You
no,
can't
you don't
trust
trust me.
anymore.
Yeah.
Oh no. Have you had this conversation with her? Or
No,
you felt
she's
it's
much
not
older
worth it?
than me, so it's
Blow up
always
into
gonna be
other
my
things.
fault. So, because I'm the younger one.
That is so disappointing.
Yeah.
So it really leaves you in a stranded situation. You don't even know who do you go to, how do you even start. And is that why guys even go to friends now instead of
Yeah.
family sometimes?
Yes.
Because our families, if they don't take care of our emotions, we go look for solutions elsewhere, and it's dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, and you don't know who to trust your
Yeah.
family, and now you go to friends, which is even worse because now
They're gonna
they
now
can
since
just change overnight
since
what
you're
they
not
do.
related, they'll throw your
Yeah,
stories uko nje
yeah,
everywhere. And family again, you have a gathering and you're scared that they're going to throw your shade
yeah.
in. So what do you do? Is that why people sometimes lock themselves in?
Yeah.
They die with their
So now
information.
you find that most people don't talk to anyone; they just stay to
Oh
themselves.
my God.
And um, I think for people like that, it's very um, important to have a journal, a
Yeah.
point book. You just
You
write.
pour out your poetry
Yeah,
in there,
it's better than keeping it
keeping it
in.
inside.
Yeah,
Now the worst thing is, and then someone finds the journal. So it's like you're in a prison constantly.
yeah, it's
My
yeah. That's
goodness.
yeah.
Ah, well, it's tough. It's tough being, you would boldly say it's tough being a teenager,
Sometimes yes, it
especially
is.
if you don't know how.
Yeah,
If you don't know how. So the luckiest, the most blessed are people who actually have the courage to consult people for help, not necessarily for help because it's not a need, but a place where we go and just open up and, get advice.
and that's why I think people are lucky to have older siblings who they can talk to.
Yeah.
So you can imagine for us firstborns, sometimes
Yes.
it's
You're
very hard
like,
to know who to go
yeah,
to. Yeah.
yeah. Oh my gosh. So you wonder, you cannot talk to your younger sister? They'll be like, what are you
Yeah, they'll
doing?
be wondering what are you even talking about
Yeah,
because
because they
they
don't
don't understand.
understand.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is they're looking up to you 100%. And the more they look to you, they expect perfection.
And everyone does, everyone, all
Everyone,
the aunties,
yeah.
because now you're the firstborn.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah.
firstborns really have it rough.
Yeah.
If you were given a chance to change that, what would you do?
To change me
The
being a
firstborn,
firstborn.
yes, or even speaking for other firstborns,
Mm-hmm.
what would you change for them if there was an opportunity to change the notion behind firstborns?
I think I'd just make them closer to their parents
Uh-huh.
and especially mothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a mom is a girl's best friend.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. And it's important for mom they would understand you more than anybody else if they really want to.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So the next time we're going to have this conversation, we will see how the outcome of the cake is, and it's going down. Okay, so at the music, you
Yeah.
want to have you now, Kabisa as Melissa. You're at home, and you've been left here because you don't want to hang out on that day.
Yeah.
What is the craziest thing that you end up doing?
I'm going to connect my phone to a speaker
Mm-hmm.
and play music and make sure it's on the maximum volume. Even if there's people downstairs, that's not my problem.
What?
Yeah, sometimes I'll like you just find me dancing and singing around and
What are
my
you dancing to? Are you dancing because you're bored, or are you dancing because you just want to be free?
both, because if I wasn't bored I would be listening to music doing something.
Mm.
Yeah. So
So the music is to. I'm imagining your neighbors, the whole driveway. People are asking what party is going on,
yeah,
and they've not been.
even in the car, if I'm alone, the music is always loud. Yeah.
So, for example, mom comes home and she finds, oops, like, is this girl having a party or what? What is her first reaction?
So depending on what music is playing,
Uh-huh.
she'll either switch it off or reduce the volume and come sit next to the speaker and now do what she needs to do.
And at that time, you're pissed because the music has just gone off.
Yeah, because now she's coming to my space, but it's her house.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's where we need to understand that, hey, you are renting in this place.
Yeah.
And those are the times when someone says, like, I can't wait to move. Oh, I'm going to have my own place. And you're thinking,
And people
child,
wonder, "Kwani, what are you going through at home?" And you're like, it's
and
not
it's just the
even-
music.
Yeah.
And so everybody's throwing tantrums thinking it's a big thing.
Yeah.
What? So how do you like make it clear when that happens? Do you like go and vent? Do you throw tantrums literally? Or how do you like be? How does she realize like, okay, I apologize for your space, but my space is also important.
Sometimes she'll come, she'll find the music is on and she'll put it off. So
Which is so, it's like, it's
Yeah.
like blowing a balloon. It's
especially
like,
when I'm in my room and the music is playing in the sitting room, so I don't know that she's here. And then my music just goes off. And then I come out and see that it's her. I don't do anything. I just take my laptop
and you
and
go
to
away.
my room and play the music from there.
So why is it that you are playing it in the sitting room at the first place and you have your room?
I was home alone.
Oh, so you just wanted space.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
And when you're doing, like when you're baking or cooking, does it inspire you to listen to loud music? Like
No,
while you're doing the work?
not very loud.
Not very loud.
I have to hear it nicely.
So to hear what the lyrics are saying.
Yes.
So you basically put a song that relates to what you're feeling.
Yes.
So if it says you're gonna be okay, it just keeps playing the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a conversation with her and like, I know this is your house. I just need you to, when you come in, is it possible to just alert me when you're turning off my music?
No, it doesn't really bother me that much because I got it from her, because sometimes she'll just wake up in the morning and play her music on the TV, and all of you now are awake because of her, and you're just wondering, you could not have played this music in your room.
Oh, when she plays hers or yours?
When she plays her music.
Yes, and it's
and
very
she does
different.
that early morning when you're all asleep.
Oh my God. Let me shock you, Melissa. We have grown up in the same drama. My sister to date, she sometimes be like, okay. So my mom has woken up. She's just decided, Leo, you're going to listen to our mother tongue, and it's gonna be loud, and it's very early in the morning, and you're thinking, see, we wait at least for around 9 when everybody is.
When everyone is awake.
And that happens especially during the weekend.
Yes.
When you've had your chance to rest.
On Saturday and Sunday. Saturday she'll come and play reggae.
Reggae.
Yeah, and then on Sunday it's Kikuyu gospel.
Oh my God. And you're thinking, what's going on here?
And you can't just wait to just get out of the house and leave her to listen to her music.
When you know the bills are not on you, you have no say at all. And that is drama right there. Oh my God. So you, if given a chance, you would even find a penthouse somewhere far away and just live somewhere on the rooftop.
Yes. Yeah.
Freely.
Yeah.
This is where you wish you had money.
Yeah. Now this is why we're starting to sell cakes.
So that you can have your space.
Yeah.
How long do you think this proceeds? Is it until around the age of 20 and going up, or for as long as you cannot afford your own place?
Yeah, I think for as long as you can't afford your own place, you just have to live with what you have and make it.
Yeah. At 18, you're not too young to, if you got even the money anyway, do you think at 18 you're still too young to have your own place?
Personally, I don't think that. But even if I had the money, I'm not living here. I'm not living. My mom won't let me live, and my grandma won't let me live.
Yeah.
Until I'm like 20, I think.
Under their care
maybe,
still.
Yeah.
And you think they are right? And is it that they are right? Do you think it's saving you a lot of trouble, or do you think like?
I think it's from their experiences.
Yeah, they know how it goes.
Gone through
Yeah.
when they were growing up. So they fear the same for me.
Yeah, you know, most of the time mothers actually fear for their children, not because they don't want them to enjoy, but because they know they've been there and they know it gets. In fact, right now, you wouldn't compare the past and now. It's even crazier right now. But now, don't you have friends who like insist, like, let's, because I've had stories like, we're gonna share a room and then this and that.
At yo, let's go out, you sleep at my place.
Yeah.
I just tell them.
That's where the friendship goes down quickly.
Unless my mom is also going to be there, I'm not sleeping anywhere but my bed.
No, yeah, but you'd rather come very late, but make sure you are asleep.
Yes.
You know, my grandma actually used to make sure in the morning, by the time she's waking up at 4 a.m., you better be in that room. She will tell you, go have fun. Make sure by 4 a.m. you are back to the house. Like by the time she's waking up, usikwe nje.
Your grandma is way better. Mine won't sleep until you get home.
What?
Go to her.
Now the guilt is yours. The guilt is double.
Yeah, so you have to.
She will not sleep.
Yeah, she will not sleep until you're back. So
Oh
you have
my
to be
God.
like, hey, it's 10. I know she's not asleep. And now it's calls back to back. Where are you? What time are you coming? What are you doing? Why are you late?
And your phone is buzzing.
Yeah.
Now what happens when your phone goes off? You know,
It's better not go off.
It's
It's better not, because now if you don't, they won't understand
Oh,
that
God.
you didn't have charge.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be
Find
you turned it
that
off.
charger.
Yeah, you turned it off. You're the one who turned it off. Why you
Goodness.
doing it?
And it's even worse when it rains.
No, because you'd rather pick it and tell her I'm gonna be late.
Yeah.
So don't wait for me.
Yeah, just sleep,
So
which
if
is
she
a
still
story.
waits,
She'll wait. At least
that's
you
on
told her.
Yeah, at least I told her. But now if you don't pick up, she'll send people to look.
What?
She'll send people, and one thing about her is she has connections to everything.
So wherever you are, she will find out.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, this is legendary. I've never had anything like that. So whatever time of the night it is, she will make sure someone has found you.
Yes.
Traced and located.
Family or not, she'll just be told I've been sent to come get you.
What?
And you call and ask, you've sent this person, and she'll say, yes, come home now.
What?
And you have
No
to-
matter how far you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, is that protection or what?
I don't know if it's protection or love or is it
Yeah.
love?
Do you get do you get embarrassed at that moment? You're with your friends and then, hi, I've been sent to, and your friends are like, okay, who's this?
No, my friends,
They already know the
they
drill.
already know. As long as this time
Oh my
because I
goodness.
have to start going back home.
Yeah. So you put a time on yourself.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, I feel okay. I don't know how to comment on this, but I'm thinking, do you think it works for good for you? Or you sometimes feel like, I've not really maximized my evening and, stuff like
I
that.
don't really have much of a choice, so you enjoy that moment and then you plan for another time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where? Okay, this is interesting. So how are we with our preparations?
So it's done. So I just need to butter our pan and put it inside, and then we can put it in the
So
oven.
the chip cookies come in now?
No, I want to first butter this and set it aside, and
Oh,
then
okay.
we take some of the butter and make the marble, and then that is where we put the.
So this is gonna bake for how long? The idea is for it.
40-45 minutes.
Oh, at what levels?
It's supposed to
Oh,
be
this
at
thing is hot. I can
180,
feel it.
so I'm gonna change it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So this whatever the levels matter, lest your cake burns. That story of the outing is just the one. That one is classical. Classic. And your friends, since you seem to be the party of the people, when that moment comes and you have to go, when they come for you, the party ends.
Yeah, it ends, and we all go home.
Right, because they're not gonna leave other people's children in a mess.
No.
If you are with
She's not
Melissa,
even gonna
we are.
let that happen.
Yeah. So if Melissa is going home, it's everybody.
We drop all of them. Even when
This
they
is
come
so
here,
interesting.
They came for my birthday last month.
Yeah.
If you don't have a way to go home, you're going to
You will be
drop
dropped.
home.
Where?
you want to stay, you can stay. If you don't have,
as long as you're not out there without a guardian.
Yeah.
Hey.
And if you're going by Uber, you go like 3 of you. You can't go alone.
Everyone dropping everyone.
Yes.
Wait, I don't know.
All of us
Me, I feel that is love, because at the end of the day, I mean, if it's not love, someone would have been like, Melissa, only come home. The rest of you, we don't care where you're coming from and all that. That is truly love. And yeah, these guys have really had a rough past.
Yeah.
Like everyone who's growing older, they always have something to remember, which is quite scary. But at least now, imagine they're here to tell you. Hey, I salute those people. I know you guys laugh about it afterwards. You do.
Especially sometimes I'm with my grandma and her sisters, and they will tell you, kijana asikwambie anakupenda ati hawezi lala bila kukuongelesha. Ati kwani wewe ni blanketi?
That's your grandma saying?
Yeah. She does not want to hear anything about
sweet nothings. They're called sweet nothings. Yeah.
Because most of the people that she grew up with had early pregnancies and got kids. So she doesn't want to know whether you're careful or not. She's not going to them.
And she knows how those things came about. Yes. She knows that it was carelessness, or was it being deceived? Both, right? Because you need to know yourself, and you need to know how to say no or how to guide yourself and all that. If you don't do that, we'll all say one thing led to another, and there's nothing that leads to another. It's you who decides what you want.
And because she's already told you don't do that, and then it happens. It's I told you so, and
that is your worst.
That is the worst. I think that's my worst fear coming from her.
Yeah.
She makes sure you feel it.
And especially when she says it in mother tongue.
Yeah.
It sinks.
It does.
Wait, because you can't reverse. There's some things that you can't reverse. Oh my goodness. But your grandma is just that girl. And yeah, I know she's your too good to girl, because she's wiser, and of course she's funny, because those actions, those are not. So you can imagine how your mom was brought up.
All of them, my mom and my aunties, they had, all of them had very different
upbringings.
There are many. There are 6.
But most are girls.
All of them. Her first one was a boy, but then he passed away in her.
Oh, sorry about that.
All 6. All of them are 6. They are all 6 girls.
Oh, wait.
And all of them had different. All of them have different stories.
Yeah.
All of them will talk about my grandma differently. Because
yes.
They were all brought up at different times. It's a very interesting
scenario altogether. Yeah. Me, I've remembered how I used to hear stories about, because sometimes my mom would tell me stories about their upbringing. It's equally the same. Me, I'm hearing this and I'm like, this is so similar. But it's good if they've, you can only guide someone if you've been there. You can't take someone somewhere you've never been. Yeah. This is good. I'm glad now. Imagine you will be telling your own children once upon a time like this, and they'll be like, Mom, you don't understand. And you're thinking, hey, little boy, little girl.
I met my grandma, I would not.
I'm sure you guys celebrate her like every time.
We do. And that's why it's hard to say no to her sometimes.
Yeah, that would be very, very embarrassing, and it's hurtful when after all she's given up for you guys and just her time, her wisdom, So what is the biggest celebration? Do you ever celebrate her with cake, since you love baking?
We celebrate her birthday. She does not remember when it is. And what we did as a family is we looked at all the months of the year and checked for which month doesn't have a birthday. Which is this month.
The birthday is this month?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So we're going to celebrate her sometime this month when she turns 86.
86. That's good. Oh, wow. Wow, may we all have that amazing opportunity, because that's a good old age.
she doesn't like the attention, but she does not have a choice.
Yeah.
We have to celebrate.
And
her.
actually, I saw her. She's not like old the way you're saying it. Like honestly, that age does not even define her
She really
at all.
takes care of herself,
Mm-hmm.
especially after she got sick. She has stroke
Mm-hmm.
on one side, so
Oh.
she really takes care of herself.
Oh.
She walks. She walk from here to the gate and walk back.
There's a pathway where she has to do all the exercises. Mm-hmm.
And she's careful with what she eats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she knows how to take care of herself, and she knows it's gonna help her.
Yeah.
Most people don't believe when they hear her age.
Truly, I'm even shocked because I know I saw her and I'm thinking, how could she be 80 what?
95.
What? And that's how we should honestly learn how to also take care of ourselves. We don't have to like wait until we feel, oops, there's something wrong, and then that's when we're starting. Yeah. So she's eating healthy vegetables. The vegetables that were told when we are kids and we are thinking, what are these?
Even if, like, when we're all taking ugali, she'll have her own brown ugali.
Oh, yeah.
On the side. She eats breakfast and dinner. She does not do lunch.
Oh.
Yeah, she'll go out and she won't eat anything for the rest of the day. Maybe just have.
So she won't stuff her stomach and then she's not able to let it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that is really, really nice. So you added some more milk?
To make it a bit more
Lighter. That really looks nice. So would you prefer using the whisker? Is it called, what did you call it? I forgot the name. A mixer or the whisk that we normally use by hand? I feel this one really mixes it really well.
It makes it easy and mixes it really well, and it's faster.
Yeah, it's faster, I know. Oh, so we're ready to place it in. I can already imagine how it's gonna be delicious. So you said, I heard you saying you're doing a marble.
Yeah.
So the marble is a separate cake, or?
No. I'm going to pour some of the butter in here, and then leave some, and put the cocoa powder.
So you wanna do? Oh, okay, yeah, because a marble actually has like some pattern inside. Ah, super cool.
Okay.
Auntie Grace, chip cookie, my favorite, guys, my favorite. When I go to some places, coffee shops, I love anything that has chip cookie, whether it's milkshake, ice cream.
So I should have made you some cookies.
Yes, imagine the next time. Actually, when we go for your shoot, we will come with cookies so that we do different cookie shoots. Yeah. I'll require at least a cake and some cookies so that we play along with that. Oh, so the first one is vanilla, and then now the marble. So usually, I think from the videos I've ever watched, they used to like pour. They normally pour like the whole chocolatey thingy, and then they just make it melt into. They use a fork like to spread it. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Wow. Oh, that looks so nice. Have you ever baked with a jiko? Like under charcoal and sand and all that?
Not alone. I went to Kitui in July after my exam to a school where we had, they make the cooking courses. So that is what they were using. And it was very hard to come out with good results for the cake because it's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's
Eh,
not
and you have to keep. So here you poke with a stick.
Yeah.
To see if it's ready.
Yeah.
So do you ever bake late at night when everybody is asleep?
I do.
When you have orders?
Not even when I have orders, even just for home when I'm not
You
able
can't
to
sleep? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you make sure there is stock in the house always?
Yeah.
So this is a very therapeutic kind of thing to do.
Yes. Definitely.
What? Oh, this looks so delicious already. So it doesn't matter which cocoa you use, right?
No, it doesn't. I like using cocoa because drinking chocolate adds sugar.
Yeah.
And because we already have chocolate chips.
It's gonna be too much. Eh?
Yeah.
It's like doing banana cake. When I bake with bananas, I don't put sugar at all. Especially the very ripe bananas. Oh.
Because they have their own sugar.
Yes, exactly. So guys who buy marble cake, this is how it's done.
There's no specific design, just
Oh wow. So again, for the pan to be very hot or to get ready really fast, you really have to switch this on for a while.
yes. As soon as you start making your butter, it has to be over.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. With this, I'm just going to sprinkle them
Randomly.
Yeah.
Wow, so every bite will just pop with, that's so really nice. So what do you suggest this should be eaten with? Best with chai or with juice, depending on the amount of sugar?
I think best with tea.
Yeah.
Or just as a slice by itself as a snack.
As a snack after meal.
Yeah.
So you prefer the upper oven or it doesn't matter?
I put the upper and the lower. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the heat goes both ways?
Yeah, so that it doesn't cook up and then under it's uncooked.
Yeah. So the same way with guys who use the Jiko, they actually put a base under and then on top, and they put some of the charcoal on top. Nice. Who can work with you? So you believe in cleaning up after cooking?
Yes, or else you're going to have a lot to deal with when you keep.
Yeah, but I mean, someone would think, I mean, there's someone else who can do it since you've already baked for them. It's not the best advice. Yeah.
Then if you get dependent and that someone is not there in your marriage,
Yeah, you'll not be able to handle. And besides, it's only clean. If you can make such good food, then that means you can also clean up. Yeah. Because I know the people who probably would just throw stuff in the sink and, I mean, the nanny will come and do the rest.
Even because she's the one who's going to cook dinner, are you going to help her?
Yeah, surely. I know. And some of the dishes, you might just need them also for that good preparation too. Okay.